Hi, I'm Vincent Arcuri of Better Homes and Gardens. So you're thinking about moving to Tampa, Florida. The Tampa Bay area, the state of Florida in general is fantastic. But I think it's time we have a little chat, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you the ups, the downs, and the ebbs and flows of everything Tampa and everything Florida. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Vince Arcuri, and I make a lot of videos about Tampa and the Tampa Bay market, homes for sale in the Tampa area, tips buyers and sellers make. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you'll be first to notified about all my new videos as they become available, and you'll avoid a lot of the pitfalls and mistakes that a lot of buyers and sellers are making. One thing I want to bring to your attention is I'm not reading off of a cue card. You don't see those cut, because I'm having to read off of a cue card because I really don't know anything about Tampa because I really relocated here from another city. Hey, 95% of the divorced housewives in Tampa are real estate agents, so make sure you pay attention to the credentials of the real estate agents, their past history, their know-how. You're talking to somebody that's a third-generation Tampa native. My grandparents came here on a boat. And my parents were born in Tampa. I'm born in Tampa. Children, we're just building a legacy here in Tampa. We love it, living it, loving it, selling it. Hey, what do you need to know about Tampa? It's like any other city, but let me tell you first, Florida, if you're moving from the north, you may or may not know this, but there's no snow down here. Bingo, no snow. There's no state income tax. So if you're relocating down here to work, that's a big one for you, not having to pay the state income tax like in New York, for example. Home prices down here, very affordable. Even the toll bridges down here. I was in New York a couple of years ago. One of the bridges there in going over, let's see, where I was going from New York City, crossing a toll bridge, and the toll each way was like $20. I'm thinking if you lived in New York, $40, that's my monthly bill on the Veterans Expressway here in Tampa. One of the things you need to know about Tampa, if you're a sports fan, we've got the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we've got the Tampa Bay Rowdies, North American Soccer League soccer, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays. If you're a baseball fan from New York, then trust me, the ticket prices here, you get right on top of the action here. Our NFL team, we got Tom Brady. Hey, if you're a big fan of partying, Tampa's a party town. We've got Mardi Gras you have in New Orleans every year. Well, we've got Gasparilla. You think that pirate on a Tampa Bay Buccaneer helmet is just a cool name? Well, we've got a history here going over 100 years in Tampa. We have the Gasparilla invasion here, which is very similar to your Mardi Gras in New Orleans, only better because it's here in Tampa and it's not in New Orleans. We have the big parade, we have the night parade in historical Ybor City. Have I told you about Ybor City? One of the most historical places in all of North America, home to the Columbia restaurant, which is one of the oldest restaurants in all of America, some of the best food that you'll ever eat, which leads me to restaurants. Connected to my building here at Better Homes and Gardens, we have Eddie DeBartolo's restaurant, Sacred Pepper, one of the finest restaurants, a restaurant that just opened. They've put their heart and soul into that place. It is fantastic. Burns Steakhouse, Armani's, some seafood. If you're looking for seafood, I mean, come on, we're right here on the water. You see a lot of real estate agents saying right here in Tampa Bay. Well, Tampa Bay is a body of water, so Tampa, it's Tampa, not Tampa Bay. You're in St. Pete, Clearwater. We refer to this area as the Tampa Bay area, hence the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Rays, who are actually in St. Pete, who should be in Tampa. And when you move here, you'll see how localized it is. So the people in St. Pete want to hold on to the Tampa Bay Rays over there, and frankly, their stadium is not in the most desirable location. So come to Tampa, fight the fight, and let's get the Tampa Bay Rays moved across the bridge over here to Tampa. St. Pete, Clearwater, that's great for the beaches. One thing you'll love about Tampa is the location. I mean, you're 45 minutes away to all the most beautiful beaches in the world, and then you're also about an hour and 15 minutes away from Orlando, Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, and all that good stuff over there. And really, if you wanted to hit a different scenario and drive all the way across the state, it only takes a couple of hours, and you're in the Daytona Beach area, which is another beautiful beach area, and you spend a couple of days out there, drive on back to Tampa. Another reason to move to Tampa, I mentioned sports. Have you heard we got this guy Tom Brady now that's the quarterback of our team? So we're going from the average Joes of the NFL to the elite right away. So if you're a sports fan, especially if you're from New York, and the New York Yankees spring training right here in Tampa, we have a mini replica of the old Yankee Stadium right across the street from Raymond James Stadium, home of the Super Bowl this 2020 NFL season. So it'll be in January, February of 2021, the Super Bowl right here in Tampa. Hopefully our hometown Buccaneers will be playing in that game. Cuban sandwiches. Cuban sandwiches. You ever had a Cuban sandwich? Cuban sandwich, deviled crabs. You ever had a deviled crab? Do you know what it is? Do you know what a meat pie is? Well, if you're living in Tampa, you're going to get familiar with that. And do you like cigars? What's Tampa known for? It's known for its cigar city. Tampa is a cigar mecca. If you're a cigar, have a Tampa cigar. If you haven't have a Tampa cigar, then you have not had a good cigar. So considered some of the best in the world. So Tampa really is a great place to live. Your schools, where your children are going to go to school, some of the finest schools, and one of the areas here in North Tampa where I live, we call it the free private schools. You have something for everybody. If you want a condo, if you like that downtown living and that action down there, that's great. If you've got a family and family living, there's such a diversification of communities and price points, it will amaze you. It's important to deal with a real estate agent that knows the real estate market in Tampa, because you could make a huge mistake by buying in a wrong neighborhood if you don't know what the hot areas are to buy in. And after all, you're buying real estate as an investment. Sure, you're going to live there, but I want to tell you, buying a home in a wrong area, even in a hot market, you're just going to flatten the curve on your investment. If you buy in an area that you know is going to be up and coming, you're going to have wild profits and build equity much faster by dealing with someone who really and truly knows the market, like myself, who's been selling real estate in Tampa for almost 30 years now. So we do relocations. We've done relocations for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We've sold to Tampa Bay Lightning players, WWE wrestlers, Hollywood actors, A-list actors. You go to my website at headofrealestate.com and take a look at some of those people. And they trust us, and their agents and their attorneys trust us because they know that we're going to put their clients in a great position to buy. So if you're looking to buy or sell in the Tampa Bay area, you can call me right here at 813-VINCENT. That's 813, the Tampa area code 813, and spell my name, Vincent, using the letters instead of the numbers, 846-2368. You'll get me on my cell, call or text. Maybe you want to preview some properties in Tampa, right here, tampapad.com. It has every home for sale in the Tampa Bay area, regardless of what company has it listed. So I'm giving you an insight to the entire MLS, tampapad.com. One of the great advantages of living in Florida is we have homestead exemption. A lot of people back in the day, a lot of gangsters and people around the country would run to Florida, buy a mega mansion, and they'd homestead it because there's so many legal protections if your home is homesteaded. If you're sued, for example, and consult an attorney. I'm definitely not an attorney trying to portray one. I know the best in Tampa. Ed Brennan, Ty Trainer, some of the best attorneys in Tampa. But consult an attorney, but homesteading is a good way to protect your assets. If you're thinking somebody's going to come after you on a lawsuit, for example, you have some very unique protections here in the state of Florida with that. Not to mention, and you can watch my other videos that I've done on homestead tax exemption. If you are a Florida resident currently and you're moving up or down, those are some great videos to watch on homestead and how that works, because it's actually portable. Once you become a Florida resident, you can actually take these, and there's formulas that they have. So when you get ready to retire, if you're going to downsize, you get to take that protection and that homestead exemption down in larger proportions. And if you're moving up, and that's your reason why you don't want to lose that homestead exemption and what you've built up there. You're able to move that up and plug it in. Watch those videos. They're very informative. Right now, interest rates are at an all-time low. A lot of people are saying, hey, the pandemic, the unemployment, all the things that have recently happened are going to hurt the real estate market moving forward. However, let me caution you, it is better for you to buy a home today with the higher prices that we're looking at. And like I said, Tampa, Florida, our prices are below average if you look at the country as a whole, which is why we have so many New York people retiring, selling their shacks up there in New York and moving to Florida and buying a substantial estate down here and having plenty of change left over. That's one of the things that you need to consider. And I'm going to be honest with you, I lost my train of thought of what I was going to say before that. So hopefully I'll catch that on the moving forward on this video. But that you actually can buy a home over here very, very affordable. So I check that tampapad.com once again on that. I think I've covered all the good stuff. Our peak season is the summer when a lot of people relocate down here. They're ready to move their children here and start them at the beginning of a school year. The pandemic, getting back, I remembered what I was going to say. That pandemic that everybody's saying about don't buy now because the real estate market's going to shift. Keeping this in mind, you're better off buying a home right now with these low interest rates than if the market shifts next year. Even if the market went down 10% and the interest rates went up, you'd be much better off buying a home today because your payment is going to be so much lower. We have first-time home buyer programs here where you can buy a home with zero money down. So once again, 813-VINCENT. Let me check it out and see if you qualify for that. Tampa is a fantastic place to live. I've lived here my whole life. I guess I really wouldn't know what it's like to live anywhere else, but I sure have noticed a population increase in Tampa, which is one of the minor downfalls, but we have some of the best infrastructure in the entire country. We're able to sustain this tremendous growth. North Tampa, you can even go into Pasco County. The roadways and interstates are so, we have the Veterans Expressway, we have 275, you have Dale Mabry, which takes you all the way from Pasco County into Hillsborough County. It's a very simple town to get around. Everything is close and easy, and our airport, one of the finest in the entire country. So I welcome you to Tampa, and if you'd like to move here, or if you have any questions about what you would need to do to move here, feel free to give me a call at 813-VINCENT. I want to encourage you again to subscribe to my channel, like. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments. I'll get back to you the same day that you ask a question. So I'm Vince Arcuri, and I love this real estate stuff. I've been doing it almost 3 decades, and I would love to find a house that can become a home for you and your family. Vincent Arcuri, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate right here in Tampa, Florida. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.